guys, this is Gladys from Best Cars for Sale in Kenya, and with me here is a very beautiful 2017 Mazda CX-5 that we have just imported for one of our clients. Guys, as you can see, this car is very beautiful. It's giving the looks, and it is also boasting a very modern and a very stylish exterior. Of course, we know that Mazda does a good job when it comes to that. Now, this one is powered by a 2000cc petrol engine, and in Mazda, you can always select if you want the 2000cc petrol engine, or if you want more power and get the 2200cc diesel engine, or even absolute power and get the 2500cc petrol powered engine. The 2500cc, as you all know, is available in either 25T or 25S, but today I want us to focus on this one, the 20S. As you can see, this unit looks very beautiful, and I just want to take you to the interior. But before I go to the interior, one thing that I have to appreciate the Mazda for doing is for giving this car the looks, and also the fact that it has a very good ground clearance. So if you're a client that is into off-road driving or even city driving, this is a car that you should be eyeing at. Of course, it's a very stable car. I have already driven this car, and I can tell you that. We have here the 18-inch alloy rim, very beautiful, straight from Yokohama. And also I have to mention that this car was a grade 4.5, and the mileage for this car was extremely low. As you can see, it comes equipped with very stylish headlights that actually use the adaptive optics and the LED running lights. This car, as I have mentioned you, this is a grade 4.5. Of course, guys, you know that at Best Cars we only import grade 4.5 and above. And also I want to show you the mileage. The odometer for this one was quite low because the mileage is 24,000 kilometers. This means that this car is under 25,000 kilometers. Considering that it's a grade 4.5 and the mileage is 24,000, this means that this is an absolutely new car. Maybe moving into the interior, I really love the interior of the Mazda CX-5. As you can see, it has a very fine leather stitching, and this one gives it an overall sophisticated look. Also, the steering wheel has a couple of the control, and maybe for instance, if you want to receive your call as you're driving, you can just tap and all will be good. And also here we find various buttons. Now, the main key selling point of the Mazda CX-5 is the fact that this unit comes equipped with several safety features. For instance, it's equipped with the SRS airbag, and also you'll realize that it has the lane assist, and also it has something we call the blind spot monitoring. Now, the blind spot monitoring comes in handy when you're cruising on the road, such that when an obstacle comes or another vehicle comes, you're able to see it, and the vehicle is actually able to detect it and blip. Of course, it's going to indicate on the side mirror. Of course, most cars these days come equipped with the start and stop button. Now, something that is very interesting when it comes to Mazda CX-5 is how they have taken care of the driver, because in most cars you find that something like these control panels are usually on that other side, so the driver kind of strains to maybe adjust the volume or something like that. But for the Mazda, they have prioritized the driver, and they have put the control panels very close to the driver, such that when the driver is on the way or driving, they can still adjust the volume comfortably. And guys, the volume of this car is also dope. So if you love loud music, then this is the car that you should be going for. The reason why the music is loud, or the reason why, is because the car is equipped with 6 Bose speaker sound system. And if you are a Mazda lover, then you know Mazdas that have the Bose speakers, then those ones are quite loud. So when you're driving and you love doing road trips or listening to loud music, then you're sorted. Of course, we love the fact that the Mazda has these compartments, so this means that you can put your change here or your extra stuffs comfortably there and lock this one. we also love that it has the cup holders here. The moment you're sipping coffee or a drink, you can just put the 2 coffee cups here for the driver and for the passenger princess. Now here we have the control knob. This is where you adjust your volume, FM radio, etc, etc. In other units that compete closely with the Mazda CX-5, you're going to find that all these control panels are here. So when you're trying to maybe adjust the volume, the driver has to strain a bit. But in Mazda CX-5, they have taken care of the driver. And here we have the navigation, and also it comes with the modern parking brake. Kitambo, we used to call this the handbrake, but now this one is the modern parking brake. Here we have our gear, of course with a leather finishing, makes it very beautiful. I actually love the center console and how it looks. It just gives off a very luxurious look. Here we have the AC. You can control the AC. There's the hazard, of course, and then there's the DVD player, so you can put your CD here. The other thing I like about this car is the fact that it comes with a touchscreen infotainment system. So this makes the car look cooler. Overall, the interior, if I was to rate it out of 10, I think I will give it a 10 out of 10. I honestly love this car because you don't spend much, but you still get that luxurious feeling. You still get to feel like you are cruising in a very luxurious machine. So that is something that we have to appreciate the Mazda CX-5 for doing. Lately, newer models come equipped with the ETC. Now, the ETC is what we use when we're using the toll road, like the expressway. Now, for the Mazda CX-5, this is where they have placed the ETC. I really love it. So you just press this one, then it opens, and boom, you're sorted. And also for the ladies, you know, you can check yourself out, or maybe for the kings, you can just check yourself out. And here you have more lighting, so this one makes the car look beautiful. I also love the color contrast, the fact that this side is black and this side is whitish. It makes the car very appealing. So let's look at the legroom and the headroom, then we look at the boot space and call it a wrap. Now I want to show you guys the legroom of the rear seat. As you can see, it's also quite generous. The headroom is also generous, and of course we have this. You can use it to support yourself while cruising on the way. The other thing that you love is this pocket thingy, because you can put your stuffs over here. And you'll notice that this car has a very super and a very minimalistic high-end stitching that makes the car really appealing, and it makes the car worth the price. We really love it. The seats are fabric. This is what the client wanted, and it's exactly what we got her. Of course, you know, at Best Cars, we really prioritize the client, and we tend to bring home what the client wants. For passengers sitting at the rear side, they will feel comfortable because how the car has been made. It's very comfortable for the 3 passengers at the back. And actually, if you're just 2 of you, then you can slant this one and have the cup holders, and also you will have the USB. And also, you'll have the USB charging port. This one comes in handy for the passengers that are seated at the back and they want to charge their phone. They can just charge using this port. They don't have to share with the driver and the passenger princess. So this is a good spec, and we love this one. It gives that car, you know, that feeling of wow, this is a beautiful unit. Here we have the AC. So for the people that are seated at the back, they can just adjust the AC depending with the weather, if it's hot, if it's cold, or what makes them happy. Maybe you're out there and you're wondering how to go about the importation process. Now the process only takes 28 to 55 days for your car to arrive in Kenya. And the best part is that we normally handle the entire importation process on your behalf. This means from acquisition up to delivery. We're going to be the guys to do the job for you. You'll just take a back seat, relax, and let us handle the job. To start the process, you only require a deposit of 20%. Then you are going to offset the balance the moment the car lands here. The good news is that the moment it lands at the port of Mombasa, we are going to notify you, and you can actually go and physically view your unit. And the moment you're happy, the moment you're content, then you can offset the balance so that you pay for duty, clear the unit, register the unit, and put it in the car carrier for delivery to Nairobi. If you're out there and you've always desired to own a car, just ensure that you are importing. Number one, you get value for your money. Number two, you get the car that you want down to your last specification. Now, for instance, this car, the client wanted a blue exterior and a black interior, and it's exactly what we got her. You can also tell us the mileage that you desire, and that is the exact mileage that we going to get you. For us, we normally recommend our clients to go for a low mileage car, something under 50,000, as long as it's grade 4.5, then that is something that is going to serve you for a long time. This car, I've already told you, it's a grade 4.5, the mileage is 24,000. This means that the owner of this car will only need to service this car, and that's it. That's the only thing that she will do for the next few years, or for the next like 5 or so years. This is a car that's going to give her service. So when you're importing, it's always good to make sure you're dealing with a reputable dealer like Best Car, because for us, we are very transparent, and also we're going to take you through the auction. We're going to explain the auction jargon, and you're going to also make it easy for you to understand. So we are very conversant with the whole importation process, buying cars from the auction, bidding for them, because we have been doing this for a very long time. So I'd urge you guys to just come to our office so that you can have a one-on-one conversation regarding importation of any units that you might be desiring. The best way to own a car, a new car, is through importation. We have the 𝗖𝗥𝗡𝗪 technology, and if you are a Mazda enthusiast, then you know the 𝗖𝗥𝗡𝗪 technology runs across all the Mazda lineup, from the Demio, 𝗥𝗘𝗩𝗚, CX-3, CX-5, CX-8, and also CX-9. Guys, let's talk about the boot space. As you can see, it's very generous. So if you are a person that loves to travel or loves to carry luggages around, then this is a unit for you. Also, it has the boot cover. Can fit a few luggages here and there. Now, this is the best part. Of course, the car has the Bose sound system. The client was very particular that she wanted the Bose sound. It's exactly what we got her. So when we were trying to scout for units, we were trying to be very keen on the unit that has Bose sound system. There's also another unit that we had imported for another client that actually had the Bose sound system. So this client had seen that video, so she was like, I also want the Bose sound system. So it's exactly what we got her. And something else that I need to show you is the fact that everything is intact as it left Japan. We have the jacks, we have the compressor, intact and very new and in a very good condition. There's a concern out there that people tend to lose these things, but at Best Cars, just know that we are going to take care of everything. Now, the Mazda CX-5 comes equipped with the compressor. This one, we have this one instead of an extra spare tire. If your primary concern is space, then you're sorted, because now you can just adjust these ones and boom, you have more space. So this means that you can actually carry more luggage. This is a very practical unit, and it's also a good family car. So if you're a person that has a big family, like a family of 3, then you guys can fit comfortably. Also, I forgot to mention that the seat, you can put the child seats, and they will fit there comfortably. Also, I have to mention that the Mazda CX-5 has a very strong suspension. So this means that it moves very stable, even when you put so much load or so much luggage. Now, to wind up the review, maybe I can say that we have to appreciate the fact that the car has also a good ground clearance. So this means that if you are a person that not only drives the city drive but also some rough terrain, you can comfortably rely on the Mazda CX-5. Generally, I love this car. I am a huge fanatic of the Mazda and what they are doing as a brand. Now we have reached to the most important part of the review. This is where we talk about the price of these beautiful units. Now with a budget of Kenya shillings 3 million all the way to 3.1, we are able to import such a beautiful unit for you at home. For this exact one, the cost was 3,050,000 Kenya shillings. So that is for the petrol. For the diesel, the price might go a bit high, a price range of 3.2 to 3.3, and the 2500cc, the cost might also skyrocket a bit, because for that one, the cost starts from 3.5 million. Now, before I wind up, I have to maybe talk about cars that compete with the Mazda CX-5. In line, we have the Subaru Forester. That's also another dear car to my heart. The Subaru Forester is one competitor of the Mazda CX-5. Actually, the Subaru Forester is also a 2000cc petrol-powered engine, and so is this unit. In this category, we also have the Toyota Harrier, we have the Honda CR-V, and also we have the Mitsubishi Outlander. So if you are out there and you want to import this unit or any unit that I have mentioned, the competitors, or a bigger unit than this one, then feel free to come to Best Cars. As I've told you, we are going to handle the entire importation process on your behalf, from sourcing the unit up to delivery to Kenya. The process only takes 28 to 55 days for your unit to arrive here in Kenya. From me to you is bye-bye. Hoping to see you in our office so that we can do business together. We are located in Ruiru town, Greek Towers, 3rd floor, door number D7 and D8. You're going to meet my team there, and all of us are going to be happy to take you through the importation process. So